Alrighty, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and this is all the games that were released in 2013 that I picked up. There's 31 games in front of me here, and I actually picked up 32. I just lent one of them to my brother, but I will talk about that in just a second. So yeah, 32 games. That is almost 3 games per month. I don't think I'm ever going to see this again. I didn't know I picked up this many until I put them all together. So yeah, pretty crazy. But what I like about this video is that not only am I going to show you every 2013 game that I picked up, but I want you to pick 3 games that I haven't beat, that you would like to see me beat, or at least play, because I do want to make a top 10 list, and I want it to be as thorough as possible. So I've split it into 3 categories: games that I haven't played at all yet, games that I have played but I haven't beat, and also my very small pile of games that I actually did beat this year. So anything that I haven't beat, you can select as your top 3 that you'd like to see me play and hopefully beat, so I can have a really good top 10 list. So let's get this show on the road, because we have quite a few games to get through here. So in terms of games that I did beat, the one that I lent to my brother is The Last of Us on the PS3. Phenomenal game. I'm sure that's going to be in my top 10. I loved that game. Next up, Pokemon Y. I did beat this game. It was under 25 hours to beat. Not very long, but I didn't do a lot of like the side missions. I kind of just grinded my way to the end because I really wanted to beat it, so that I could say that I beat it and then restart, because I wanted to go a different path, basically, with different Pokemon. So I did still enjoy what I did, though, in my first run through of the game. Next up is Grand Theft Auto 5. I can't give this game enough praise. Grand Theft Auto is one of my favorite series of all time. I just really enjoy their games, but this is such a huge leap from Grand Theft Auto 4. They did everything right in terms of what you could do in a city in an open world, in a sandbox game, and I just, my god, I love that game. Next up, New Super Luigi U, which is basically just DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U. Very short, but there's a lot of replayability, and it's different enough because it's kind of more fast-paced. And the last game that I beat in 2013, only 5 games. 5 games from 2013. Like, I beat other games, but they weren't released in 2013. But the last one I did beat is Super Mario 3D World. My goodness. This is the first true must-own, and I say true because I'm just such a huge supporter of Nintendo Land. I'd probably even say that I enjoy Nintendo Land a little bit more than this, only for the multiplayer. Only for the multiplayer. But this is still, my goodness, if you love Mario, especially like Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, or even Galaxy, or even New Super Mario Bros. This is or Super Mario 3, Super Mario 2. There's just so many throwbacks in this game, and it's a blast online. Not online, multiplayer. Just playing multiplayer. Unfortunately, it doesn't have online multiplayer because it's Nintendo, and they don't understand that. Okay, so now let's go with the games that I've played but I haven't beaten yet. So any of these games, choose to be in your top 3 that you want to see me play. And hopefully by the end of January, I'll give you an update on how I'm doing with that. And it's cool because my gaming fate is in your hands right now. Okay. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Did not expect this game to be this good. I really enjoyed it, but I just haven't beaten it yet. And my girlfriend picked it up as well. And the reason why we picked it up was to play online, and we just together, but we just ended up playing the single player. Hometown Story, kind of like a Harvest Moon spin-off where you own your own shop. It was pretty good. It's different. Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm sad that I haven't beaten this yet, because I enjoy it thoroughly. Quite possibly, from what I've played, the best 3DS game of 2013. From what I've played, and I love it. I'm hoping that, Fire Emblem fans will select that one, so that will be in my top 3. I'd love for that to happen, but I don't want to cheat, so if it's not selected, I won't try beating. I'll try beating the 3 games that people choose and then go on to the things that I actually want to play and beat. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. I enjoy this a lot more on the 3DS because you don't have to wiggle around the Wii remote. It's as a gimmick, you can actually press buttons, and that's what I like to do in video games. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, which came out in January of last year. It's already been a year. Unfortunately, I haven't beaten it, but this was amazing. This such a nice art style, and it feels, I don't know, when I play the game, it feels warm, it feels happy, like it's just, it feels like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I very much enjoy playing this game. For reasons other than it's a good game. It's just, it feels like you're at home. It's really hard to describe. Another great RPG that came out this year, another for PS3 exclusive as well, Tales of Xillia. This is my first Tales game, and I quite enjoyed this. I would say that I probably enjoy the Ni no Kuni more, but I would say that I enjoy the battle system to this one more, and to an extent kind of the story. I don't know, it's hard to pick, but I enjoyed them both very much. Next up are some PS4 games here. Killzone Shadowfall. Only played the multiplayer because I want to play the single player components of the first three before I get into this one. But I did play the multiplayer. It was pretty good. Nothing amazing, but not bad by any means. Lego Marvel Superheroes. I picked this up because we wanted to play a multiplayer game with my girlfriend when I first picked up the PS4, and I didn't know that Knack was multiplayer. Anyway, it's pretty fun. I just didn't necessarily like the way that it's split screen, but apparently you can fix that and choose that it doesn't go all wacky on you. And the last PS4 game that I played this year, that's I have physical copies of, because I have played Resogun, which is phenomenal, is Knack. And I really enjoyed this too. It's not innovative by any means or anything like that, but it's still really fun, and I'm not allowed, the only thing is that I'm not allowed to beat this game without my girlfriend because she loves it so much. So until we beat it, I can't play by myself this game. And when you have a girlfriend that plays video games with you, you follow those rules that she sets. Okay, and the last game that I played in 2013 here is StarCraft 2 Heart of the Storm, the expansion pack, which is phenomenal. I don't feel bad for not beating this because I did play a bit of the campaign, but I played like 30 to 50 hours online, so I certainly got my money's worth out of this game. And I also got the Steelbook for it too, because I picked it up on day one from Future Shop. Okay, now the games that I haven't played. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy bunch here. But I have my reasons for not playing them, mostly because some of them are special editions or collector's editions, and I don't want them going up in price. And other ones, I think I had intentions, or Christmas. I mean, Christmas just happened, so I don't feel that guilty about some of these games, but this one I do. Anyway, Legend of Zelda, the Windwaker HD. I picked it up because it was the last copy for the Ganondorf one, so it's the limited edition, and this is already doubled in price on eBay, so I'm glad that I picked it up when I had the chance. Ys Memories of Celceta. This is the Silver Anniversary Edition. Once again, happy that I picked it up when I could. I don't know if it's gone up in price yet though. Mario Party Island Tour, got it on Christmas. Same thing with Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. I really want to get into this, but I do want to play and beat. I've played it before, but I never beat the Super Nintendo A Link to the Past. I know. I feel ashamed for saying that, but I haven't, and I really want to beat it. I'm currently playing the first Zelda, though, from the NES on my Virtual Console on the Wii, and I have the 6 pieces of the Triforce, so I only need 2 more, and also beat level 9, and then I can move onto the Super Nintendo one. Project Cross Zone. I had intentions of playing this during my week off in the summer when it first came out, but I just never got around to it. But it is like the limited edition, so I don't feel that bad. Next up are 3 PS4 games that I got because there was a crazy deal where you traded in any game and you got the PS3 or Xbox 360 version. So I only paid really I traded in like crappy games, and I got all of these for free technically. And then I just traded those games in because I got them on the PS3, and I traded them in for $10 each to get the PS4 versions. And that's Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts. I feel so horrible for not playing this game. I'm kidding. I don't feel bad for not playing Call of Duty Ghosts. And Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I picked this up on day one because I really wanted to support Sony dropping this in price for $40. Instead of, $50 or $60, which is what games normally go for, they had it at $40. I'm like, I support that movement. And I was hoping that, a lot of people would buy it because of that, and then maybe Sony would rethink, oh, maybe we should, have lower priced games. And then other companies can maybe think of that too. But it didn't take off. Pandora's Tower. Oh, well, there's some Sony games that, like, I know that the Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, that one was $30, so. Pandora's Tower. I picked this up because I didn't want to turn into another Xenoblade Chronicles. Although it hasn't, like, it's still basically the same price. Actually, I think it's dropped in price. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix HD. I picked this up because it was the last limited edition version of it, so I'm fine with not having played that yet. This one I feel guilty. And that would be Bioshock Infinite. I know. I just feel bad throughout this entire video. The reason why is because I want to beat Bioshock 2. I just never got around to it, so that's why. But I don't feel... At least this makes it a little bit better because that I picked it up on day one. I did get the Steelbook, and this is a nice Steelbook. Normally I don't like plain stuff, but this, the sky and the Bioshock logo looks pretty friggin' nice. Tomb Raider, because it was the first price drop, down to $30, so I picked it up. And then same thing, Game & Wario, I picked it up for $20. It was the first price drop, although I probably, that's not a deal from what I've heard for that game. And these other games I got on Christmas, Skylander Swap Force, The Wonderful 101, and Rayman Legends. So there you have it. That's pretty much everything that I picked up that were 2013 releases. And you get to pick 3, and I will hopefully beat them by the end of the month. So that'll be quite interesting. So thank you all for watching. You've been Bearded In. Let me know what you picked up for 2013. And not necessarily what your favorite games are, because we'll talk about that when I do my top 10. Or you can talk about them now, because maybe it'll give me incentive to maybe go pick up a game that I haven't picked up yet. So thank you for watching. You've been Bearded In. Beardage.